Well, good Monday morning, everyone. This is Steve Hall, and hey, just want to thank you first of all for being here this morning. I know we're getting our week off to an amazing start, and I appreciate that you connecting with me and being able to go through what Certified High Performance is all about. It's an amazing program, and I've got a great deal of valuable information out of it myself personally, and look forward to be able to sharing some of that information with you as well. So again, thanks for connecting with me. We're going to wait around here for just a minute or two and let everybody kind of join up and see what's going on. If you have any questions or do me a favor, just in your chat box, you'll see on the chat box on the right-hand side, just click hi, Steve, I can hear you, everything's good on my end, all that type of stuff. Just want to make sure that everything is functioning correctly. Using a different program for webinar stuff. It's called Webinar Jam. And so it's had a couple of technical issues going on in the past, but I think it's working okay now. But just do me a favor, just if you can, just go ahead and click on that on the right-hand side to say, hey, what's going on? Just to let you know that all the chats are private. So no one's going to hear or see anything that you chat with me. So if you can do that for me, that would be awesome. Yep, I see you there. Very cool. Okay. Great. We'll just give it another minute or so, make sure everybody is on board, everybody who is registered for the webinar. And after that, we will get started. Anybody have any good jokes for the day or anything you want to pass on to me? Okay. Well, let's do this. I know your time is valuable, and I definitely want to get through this information as quickly as I can for you, but definitely give you some value. And please do me a favor. Stay through to the end of the webinar. I've got some valuable information at the very end, a form that I think you'll find extremely helpful, whether you work with me or not, whether we connect on high performance or not. I think you're going to find it very valuable. So that being said, let's go ahead and let's get this party started.
Well, hello everybody. Thanks for jumping on this call with me. I'm very excited and privileged that you're going to share some time with me. Very interested in being able to share with you some information about high-performance coaching and really what it can do potentially in your life and what it's done in my life and the lives of others. And so, really excited to be able to spend some time with you and talk to you about high performance and what high-performing achievers use, some of their secrets, some of the methods that they use in order to achieve a higher level of performance. So I'm just going to give it a minute here or so for everybody to get online. So if you have any questions or anything, certainly there's a chat box off to the right-hand side that if you want to just type in there and say, hi, you can hear me, that's cool, that type of thing. I certainly encourage you as we go through this presentation that if you do have any questions, I will be interacting with you live online. I can chat back and forth with you. This will be a private chat, so if you do have any personal questions or concerns or what have you, feel free to go ahead and just go ahead and chat to me, and I will respond to you privately as well. And so, again, very excited to be able to spend this time with you. And that being said, I say let's get this party started. So, again, this is just a free introduction about talking about what high performance is, what it's all about, and some of the secrets and methods that can be used. I highly encourage you to stay with me throughout this presentation. I've got a really cool tool at the end of this session that I'll share with you as well. It's a questionnaire that whether high performance is interesting to you to work with me on that or not, I think it's still a great tool to kind of get those juices, get those things going in your mind that, wow, this is where I am in my life right now, and things that I'd like to accomplish, and maybe some of the areas that I'd really like to work on. So again, highly encourage you to stay with me throughout this entire presentation, and then I'll put that questionnaire up for you, that questionnaire tool. That's really a great tool to use. And so let's talk about, really high performance and the achiever's secret. And what we talk about high performance really means excelling and succeeding above standard norms consistently throughout the long term. And so I know you've experienced this, and certainly I do. On a day-to-day, week-to-week basis, it's like, some days you're just unstoppable, right? There's nothing you can't do, and it's an amazing feeling that you can get so much accomplished in the time frame that you do. And then there are some other days like, holy crap, this day went by 10 hours, 12 hours, and I didn't get anything done. What's going on here? And so really what we talk about in high performance coaching is how to be able to achieve those higher levels of performance, succeeding above those standard norms consistently throughout the long term. And so, it feels like high performance is a full engagement, a joy, a confidence that comes from, consistently living from and into our full potential. And, obviously you're listening to my voice, you're watching this presentation, and maybe saying to yourself, wow, I've accomplished a lot of things in my life, but I really would like to step it up and would like to learn some of the secrets and techniques and strategies in order to do that. And so that's really what this is all about. It's an introduction to that. And so, high achievers, let's talk about some of the things that high achievers demonstrate. They're open and observant to the present moment. In other words, they're not looking at the past like, last week, last month, last year, that was just, a terrible year. I wasn't able to get what I need to get done. High performers, high achievers are open to and looking at what's going on now and potentially what's going on in the future. They're very self-reliant. In other words, they don't rely upon a lot of external resources in order for them to accomplish what they want to get done. And my mindset is if you're trying to get a certain project done, or you're trying to have that certain connection with somebody, hoping or wishing that other resources can help you come in and make that play for you is really kind of a challenge. And so high performers are very much self-reliant. Like I mentioned before, with the first thing about open and observant, we're very future-oriented. So we look at things at what they are today and potentially what they could be tomorrow. We visualize that in our minds. It's like, if I actually engage in this certain activity, this certain task, bringing, these certain tools in my life, what can I do now and what would that look like in the future? So we're very future-oriented. We're challenge seekers, and a great example is, a lot of us, we love that 30-day challenge or that 90-day challenge about, what can we accomplish in the next 30 days or the next 90 days. And so throughout the program, with the high performance coaching program, we talk about some of those, being able to implement some of those 30-day and 90-day challenges in our lives. And so it's really a cool thing to do. We are connection lovers. We love to connect, big-time networkers, and probably people have said that to you. It's like, wow, you're really connected to a lot of folks. You have a lot of friends on Facebook, or LinkedIn or Twitter, but you are engaged with them, and not only in the social media aspect, but certainly personally as well. And so high-performing achievers have that and love that connection of people. We are creatively driven and expressive, and so a lot of times we're looking at, okay, so this is the norm, or this is what the average person can do, but what other ways can we accomplish these certain goals or tasks? And so having that creative aspect really inspires us to say, wow, this is something that we really want to go for, and hey, I came up with a really cool solution to do that, let's go for it. Sir Richard Branson, he's probably one of the highest performers, and again, coming up with the Virgin line and with Virgin America and the airlines and the music industry and that type of thing, looking for that creative-driven, expressive way in order to manage his business. And so we all look for that in a high-performance model. And then the last thing is meaning makers. And so what this means is when we really like to assign certain meanings to certain events in our lives. And it's, for instance, you might want to take your significant other out to dinner, but it's not just, hey, let's just go to this certain restaurant. It's like, wow, I want to send flowers to her or him, or I want to give her a certain present, or dress up in a certain way, or do something that really makes a certain meaning to that event. And so a lot of us in that high performance world, we like to assign meanings to certain events in our life. So high performance origins. And so again, high performance in our lives is the result of a heightened and sustained level of focal points, clarity, energy, courage, productivity, and influence. And so these are some of the foundational characters or characteristics that we use in the high performance coaching model. We'll talk about this a little bit more here in just a second. So again, just a quick introduction to me. You probably know me at some level, but I just got certified in high performance coaching here in 2014. I'm an experienced business person in coaching performance, real estate coaching, and a trainer since 1989. I work with many major companies and literally thousands of people throughout the nation. I'm definitely a serial entrepreneur. I love startup businesses and taking businesses from zero to really performing at a high level. A business consultant and performance coach. And now I wanted to tell you, what my mission is. And really, my personal mission is to really have a positive influence and have real impact in other people's lives. And so I get one of my charges is connecting with people and saying, at the end of our engagement, and I really don't want to say the end because it usually is an ongoing thing, but I'd like for people to say, wow, connecting with Steve, he's an amazing person, and these are some of the things that he brought to my life. And so I just absolutely feed off of that. You probably recognize some of these people over here. This is Paul Asajan and his brother J.D. Asajan. You've probably seen them on the TV show Flip This House. Here's Stan Merrill as well from Flip This House is on A&E and Bio. So I've had a great fortune to work with some amazing people. Of course, you probably recognize Damon John from Shark Tank. He's a really cool guy. Had a chance to meet him a few months ago and really a special person. And then Brendan Burchard. And so Brendan Burchard, he's actually the one who founded High Performance Coaching, and that's who I'm certified through. And so Brendan is a really amazing person. What I love about Brendan, he talks about the high performance model and the strategies and techniques, and puts it into a what I call a tactical and practical means in order to get that information out to the public and be able to implement that day one. And so again, I think it's really an amazing program. So what I talked about before is kind of the basic foundational skill sets in high performance. Again, they're focal points and being focused on what you're looking for, having that clarity, and we go through a whole module. Each one of these modules takes about an hour or so to go through. We talk about the clarity in your life and understanding what you really want to accomplish, how to get that down on paper, and have that in front of you on a daily basis so you get really focused on that. Energy. We talk about how much energy do you have in your life? Are you drinking enough water? In fact, you're watching this webinar, so just for fun, in the chat box right now, just tell me how many cups of water do you drink a day? I'm just kind of curious about how much water you drink a day, because water is one of the most important things that we bring into our diet. And in the session, we talk about water. We talk about how much sleep, exercise, things of that nature in order to have that high level of energy. We talk about courage, and so having the courage to be able to stand up and talk about what you believe and be able to express that and live that on a daily basis in your life. Productivity, that's a huge one. I know there are books and tapes and seminars and week getaways and all that type of stuff about how to be productive in your life. And we talk about some of those tools. In fact, that there's a higher level of productivity session that we talk about as well. Some really cool tools that I'd love to share with you. And then influence. We're always influencing people in our lives on a daily, almost minute-by-minute basis. And so finding out some of the tools that the high performers use in order to be able to influence people, to work with them, to help them to accomplish their goals, whatever those goals are. Again, they could be business-oriented or they could be personally oriented. So these are the basic skill sets, and then we talk about higher level skill sets in the second half of the high performance coaching. And so we talk about the psychology, the physiology, your productivity. We go into a deeper level of productivity in this higher level of training. Persuasion and influence, and then a couple of the baseline, what I call really the core, the master core skills about presence and how to be present, and then purpose in life. And so with these are the 12 items that we cover in high performance coaching. So let's talk about some of these higher levels here a little bit more in depth. So again, your psychology, are you living your truth? And while we're here, we've got a few minutes, so I'm just kind of curious about, what 3 words really define who you are as a person, and are you living those words? So if you just take a minute, let's just take a minute here and think about, what 3 words would define who I am or who you are as a person, and are you living just in the chat box on the right-hand side, go ahead and just shoot over to me the 3 words, the first 3 words that comes to your mind, and then put down, are you living those words? Okay. And the second thing is, what 3 words should define how I should interact with others, and am I living those words? So the first 3 words are, what words define you now? And then the second 3 words are, define how I should interact with others, and am I living those words? So in the mastery sessions of psychology, this is just a quick exercise. We go through the psychology, very much in depth in the program. But again, having that clarity in terms of defining your words, who are you now, and what 3 words need to define how you want to interact with others, is really one of the major key components in the high performance coaching model. So your physiology, again, am I fully rested and fully hydrated? And I asked you before, and if you didn't do it, now's your chance. But again, just tell me how much water. Is it 2 cups a day, 4 cups a day, 8 cups a day, 16, 32? Just tell me how much water. Just add a quick example. How much do you take in a day? We talk about, are you sleeping enough? Are you eating the right things? Are you exercising? And if you're exercising, are you doing the right thing? Are you gesturing? Are you speaking with passion? To really make sure that you've got that energy that you deserve. And you've heard me snap my fingers and clap my hands, but again, using your physiology to move, to gesture, one of the key components in communicating is actually voice inflection. So by using gesturing motions, hearing my voice, I think I'm communicating a lot more to you by doing that, as opposed to just sitting on my hands, just kind of reading from a script, which I'm not. Obviously, I'm going off this PowerPoint presentation, but we talk about the physiology and how important that is to high performance. Productivity, again, what is my mission today? Let's just think about this for a second. Do you have a mission on a daily basis or a weekly basis? What are you looking forward to do? And what you must accomplish today in order to progress in your life. And so in this particular session, the mastery of productivity, we've got some really amazing tools that I use on a daily basis in order to make sure I maximize my time on a daily basis to be as productive as I possibly can. And so again, we talk about time and resources, and there are a lot of resources that you can go through. You can waste a lot of money. You can waste a lot of resources. The one resource that you really can't waste is time, because once time is gone, it's over. You can't recover from it. And so we really focus on making sure that you are productive as possible to achieve those results, the results that you really want to connect with your significant other, and what you need to do in order to do that. You want to connect with your family, with your kids, with coworkers, that type of thing. And so making sure that you've got those tools in place to be as productive as you possibly can in order to make those connections. Persuasion and influence. I personally think this is one of my favorite sessions because, again, we're always in that persuasion and influence mode. Am I developing influence. Am I demonstrating empathy and bold enthusiasm when I seek to influence others? Again, we usually don't do hardly anything throughout the day that we're doing it for a reason to influence or be persuasive through our daily routines, our daily schedules. And so this is one of my favorite sessions. Presence. So, at what level am I in this moment in terms of my emotional and physical vibrancy and presence? And so I can tell you, for me, this is one that I really have fallen down on in the past quite a bit, and I have to do this on a daily basis, is to make sure that I am present, that I am in the moment, that I am connecting with the person that I'm talking to or the content that I'm drafting for somebody or for an audience or that type of thing. Really make sure that I'm present. A real quick example is when I'm in creative mode or I'm writing something or what have you. A lot of times I'll just absolutely turn off my cell phone because that thing buzzes all the time. And you know this, right? You've gone into restaurants and you've seen people that they're sitting down, they're having lunch with somebody across the table, and their cell phone is sitting on the table and it's buzzing, and the person's looking at their cell phone rather than connecting with the person that they're looking across the table. And so, we talk about how important presence is with other people, and it's really, again, it's one of my favorite sessions to go through in high performance coaching. And then purpose. And so, how can I stay on purpose and serve greatly right now? What comes to mind here is there's a number of books and information out there talking about, what is your why? What is your purpose in life? What are you most passionate about that you want to create in your life? And defining what that purpose is and how important that is to you, and then designing systems and strategies and means and goals in order for you to accomplish what that purpose is. And so probably one of my all-time favorite sessions in the high performance coaching. And man, if we get a chance to share with each other, I can't wait to give you some great information off of that. So again, this is what the 12 sessions are in high performance. And I've gone through it with a number of people, and I can tell you that, from experience, there are people that have said, wow, you really have changed my life. You've created that environment, those strategies, those techniques in order for me to accomplish my business goals. You've given me some of those ideas and strategies that now I'm really connected to my significant other in a very deep level, a deeper level that I ever have before. I've got a few testimonial videos I could certainly throw your way, but I think probably most of you know me, have seen me or heard me in some training environment before. I can tell you that I've never had anybody go through any of my sessions that have walked away saying, wow, I didn't get anything out of that. I didn't learn anything from that. They all have been really, truly an amazing experience. And so certainly I hope that if we get an opportunity to work together, I can share that with you. And so what I really want to do is up to the right-hand side, or maybe on the down below this video, you'll see a link that you can download that tool that I talked about that's really cool. And so, again, if you're excited about high performance, I highly encourage you to download this and go through this little session here. It talks about some of the things that are happening in your life now and what you want to accomplish in the future. If you don't want to proceed with me, that's fine, but I still think it's a great tool to be able to download and just start getting those juices going for you internally. So, again, off to the right-hand side or below, you can click on that and pull down that PDF.
And so that should be over to your right hand. Here, let me go ahead and put that up for you right now. I can click on this and make this thing work. Give me just 1 second here. Let's see if that'll... There you go. So again, that's the tool there that I think will be helpful for us to work on. So if you can go ahead and just download that real quick, put that slide back up for you for my email address. And again, I think it's an amazing tool in that if whether we work together or not, I think it's certainly something that is going to kind of help, like I say, get those juices going for you type of thing. So if you want to go ahead, just click on that PDF on the right-hand side and fill that information out. And if you want to send it off to me, again, you'll see my email address, stevefindfast@yahoo.com. and I'll spell it out for you just in case you're just listening to this instead of watching it. You might be on a podcast or something. So it's Steve, S-T-E-V-E, Find, F as in Frank, I-N-D as in David, F as in Frank, A-S-T as in Tom, at yahoo.com. Steve Findfast at yahoo.com. So look, the baseline here is, I enjoy you spending time with me and learning more information about this. It's definitely changed my life and a lot of people that I work with who started using this program as well. So have any questions? You've got my email address. Feel free to shoot off an email. Look forward to potentially connect with you soon. All right, thanks, and have a great Monday. Bye-bye.